Have you ever wondered where the glint of gold comes from, or the shimmering silver of the moon, or that breathtaking first blush of dawn that paints the sky? In the world of ancient Greek myths, the answer to all these questions is a single radiant figure. They, the Titan goddess of sight and the shining light of the heavens. Before Zeus and the Olympians, before even the famous Titans like Cronus and Rhea, there were the first gods, the Titans. And among them was Theia, whose name literally means goddess or divine. She was a daughter of Uranus, the sky, and Gaia, the earth. From the very beginning, she was associated with everything that shines. Think about it. The ancient Greeks looked at a sparkling gem or a polished piece of gold and didn't just see a pretty rock. They saw a fragment of divine light, a piece of Theia's essence captured in the earth. They wasn't just about shiny objects, though her power was much more profound. She was considered the goddess of ether, the pure, shining upper air that the gods breathed. This wasn't the regular air we mortals breathe. This was the radiant, ethereal substance of the heavens themselves. It was the medium through which sunlight traveled, the very essence of clarity and brilliance. So, in a way, they was the reason sight itself was possible. She gave the light that allowed eyes to see the world's beauty. Her family life was just as luminous. They married her brother, Hyperion, the Titan of heavenly light and observation. Talk about a power couple. Together, they were the celestial parents of the ancient world. Their children were none other than Helios, the sun Selene, the moon, and Eos, the dawn. Let's break that down. Every single day, their son Helios would mount his fiery chariot, pulled by magnificent winged horses, and race across the sky, bringing sunlight and warmth to the world. He was the literal sun, and when his journey ended, his sister Selene would begin hers. Riding her own silver chariot, she would travel across the night sky, her gentle moonbeams illuminating the darkness. She was the moon personified. And that magical moment in between that belonged to their third child, Eos, the rosy-fingered dawn. Every morning she would rise from the ocean's edge, her saffron-colored robes trailing behind her to announce her brother's arrival. She was the one who painted the sky with those incredible shades of pink, orange, and purple just before sunrise. So Theia and Hyperion weren't just parents. They were the source of the daily cycle of light that governed all life. Through their children, Theia's gift of light was delivered to the world in three distinct beautiful forms: the brilliant power of the sun, the gentle glow of the moon, and the hopeful blush of the dawn. Now, you might be thinking, if Theia was so important, why haven't I heard more about her? That's a great question. Like many of the Titans, Theia's story gets a little overshadowed by the next generation of gods. The Olympians, there was a legendary 10-year war, the Titanomachy, where the Titans, led by Cronus, fought against his son Zeus and the other Olympians. The myths are a bit hazy on Theia's specific role in the war, but unlike some of her brothers who were central figures in the fight, Theia's involvement isn't detailed, but we know the outcome. The Titans lost. Many of the male Titans who fought against Zeus were imprisoned in Tartarus, the deepest pit of the underworld. The fate of the Titanesses, including Theia, is less clear. Some sources suggest they were spared imprisonment, perhaps because they remained neutral or were not seen as direct threats. After the war, the world changed. The rule of the Titans ended, and the age of the Olympians began. New gods took over the domains of the old ones. Apollo, Zeus's son, became associated with the sun, sometimes even taking over Helios's role in later myths. Likewise, Artemis, Apollo's twin sister, became connected with the moon, her domain overlapping with Selene's. But does that mean Theia was forgotten? Not at all. Her legacy lived on, deeply embedded in the very fabric of the world. Even though new gods rose to prominence, the fundamental power that they represented, the power of light, sight, and brilliance, never went away. She remained the conceptual source, the divine grandmother of all that shines. The poet Pindar, one of ancient Greece's most famous lyric poets, wrote about her. He called her Theia of many names and praised her for making gold a thing of power and value for mortals. He directly credited her with the brilliance that makes gold so desirable. For him, a glimpse of gold was a glimpse of Theia. Her influence extends beyond just precious metals. Think about the word theory. It comes from the same ancient Greek root as Theia. A theory is a way of seeing something, a framework for understanding the world, or the word theatre. A theatre is a place where you go to see a performance. Both words trace back to this fundamental idea of sight and contemplation, which was Theia's domain. She isn't just the goddess of physical light. She's the goddess of insight and understanding. So, while you might not find grand temples dedicated to Theia like you would for Zeus or Athena, her temple is all around us. It's in the sunrise that starts your day. It's in the moonlight on a clear night. It's in the sparkle of a diamond and the warm glow of a gold ring. She is the mother of the sun, moon, and dawn, the reason our world is filled with light and color. There represents a more ancient, elemental form of divinity. She's not a goddess of human drama, jealousy, or trickery like many of the Olympians. She is a fundamental force of nature, the quiet power behind the universe's most beautiful phenomena. She is the divine light that makes everything else visible. Next time you look up at the sky, whether it's at the brilliant sun, the serene moon, or the first gentle light of dawn, take a moment to remember Theia, remember the Titaness who, with her radiant family, set the rhythm of our days and nights and filled our world with the priceless gift of light. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey into the world of Greek mythology. If you enjoyed learning about Theia, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about the forgotten gods and hidden histories of our world. We'll see you in the next video.